Hello, trading is closed on May the 4th, 2021. Our disclaimer always comes first. It's my trading plan for tomorrow, May the 5th. Please trade at your own risk because I can be completely wrong. Look for the pattern with the early high. There it is. Tomorrow also has the early high. Going to come back to this prediction in just a minute. While we're dropping like this, MEJT said ultimately higher prices would print. We got the minimum here. Almost always you get more than the minimum, and we got that at the end. So while we're dropping like a stone, MEJT is calling for higher prices. It also gave a weak buy signal in the afternoon as we were dropping. Didn't do much in the afternoon. We didn't have to go as high as we did, but at least it gave a word of caution for anyone who wanted to go short into the hole. It was saying higher prices were coming. Well, we had a plan that this was the possible top, but until today, we just weren't getting the kind of strong move down that you need if that's really a top. Let's not forget we had some other candidates too, and they didn't work. We said consolidating rather than declining suggests there could be more rally to come, but if we drop smartly from the open, then we could have a steeper decline than we've had, and we did drop sharply from the open, which is what we finally had to do to confirm a top, or at least increase the chances that that was a top. Well, here's the original count. That's held so far. So until it gets invalidated, I'm going to assume that that's the end of wave 5, and we have a long way to go on the downside. Now, it's impossible to be confident of the count here, but if that's A and if that's B, that could be the end of wave C with a good Fib relationship, but there's nothing from stopping this from being 1, 2, 3, and instead of this being 4, 5, this could be 4. We could have wave 5 down tomorrow. It doesn't break any rules, particularly since this is a Fibonacci retrace of the last drop of 50%. Now that's a stilt and that's a stilt, and the origin of the left stilt is here about 41.75, and that's a diamond kind of squished off to one side. So the origin of the left stilt is around 41.75 cash, and that's resistance. So if we do rally from here, I look for resistance in that area. But again, there's nothing I have precluding us from gapping under this low, even though I'm not predicting it. In fact, this is a pattern which normally closes at the day's low. And when that doesn't happen, and when it's not seen early tomorrow, it should lead to higher prices. We gap down, hit lower lows, closed over all the lows, all the highs. You would think you'd see higher prices, but again, we've probably completed a major top here, even though this should lead to higher prices if we maintain it. At the open tomorrow, there's nothing requiring that it be maintained. I think all the surprises from here on in will probably be on the downside, although until you take out some prior lows, you can't be confident. Until we take out some lows like this one, you can't be certain that's the end of the leg, even though it certainly looks like it. And here's how we're counting it with resistance here. Well, tomorrow's pattern has a really high. We could still gap down. We gap down, hit lower low, closed over both all the lows and the intervening highs. Should lead to higher prices. Resistance here, 41.75 cash, unless we gap and promptly undercut today's low, and I'm not ruling it out. Breadth deteriorated markedly today, and we finally finally got the kind of decline one should see if a major high has been made. We still need to undercut some prior lows for confirmation. So that's longer term, pretty negative action. Shorter term, if this holds tomorrow, we have a good chance of rallying and probably hitting resistance around 41.75. Tomorrow's pattern has the early high, and that's today's call.